What's going on, Savage Squad? It's your boy Black Rob, and we back, man. Got another tier video. It's been a little while since I done a tier video. I think it's been a while. I don't even know. But football season's right around the corner, so I couldn't think of a better time to give you guys my quarterback tier list going into the season. Now, as you can see, I'm a Bronco. I'm gonna try my best not to be biased. It shouldn't be hard because it ain't no mistaking, a guy's stats. So it is what it is. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I don't know if I'm gonna do. I guess I'll just do. I don't want to do like their. I don't want to do like their whole career because some guys were really good at the beginning of their career and now they're not so good. So I'm just gonna do recent years and what I think they'll do this year, this upcoming season, with the moves they made, their teams made in the offseason and things like that. So let's get right into it, man. Let me quit wasting y'all time. First up, we got Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, I don't know. He's not bad. Matt Ryan above average. Got good weapons. Their defense is always bad, but Matt Ryan and the offense, they usually get it going. The offensive line's kind of bad too, I think. But you got Julio Jones, so you can't ever be too bad. Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's pretty decent. Yeah, T.Y. Hilton's pretty good. Somehow Eric Ebron became a monster, so he has some good weapons. And Andrew Luck, he's pretty good. He just stay healthy, good to go. So above average. Nah. Mitchell Trubisky. Below average. The Bears, I think they got away with having an extremely good defense. Yeah, for them to have that good of a defense and not make it further than they did last year, gotta put the blame on the quarterback on that one. Because their defense was, if not the best, it was second best. So if you can, make a lot of noise with that good of a defense, I'm sorry. What you want me to do? Eli, man, oh man. For a man that's won a couple Super Bowls, it might be time for this guy to hang it up. He had a top 3, top 5 receiver in some people's eyes. I'll say top 3 receiver for a good chunk of the last portion of the last few years. And I don't know, he has a noodle arm now. I don't know if he can't make the throws. He just doesn't have the zip anymore. I don't know, but it's looking like it's time to hang that bad boy up. They drafted Daniel Jones, so the front office finally sees it too, and it might just be time to move on. Man, he had a great career, nothing wrong, stellar career. 2 Super Bowls, you can't ever knock that. And he was a big part of those Super Bowls. It's not like he just played and got carried. He actually made some really great throws. So yeah, Jared Goff. This is a tough one. I don't want to give. I gotta go average, man. I had Jared Goff on my fantasy football team last year, right? Beginning of the season, phenomenal. He has probably the best running back in the league behind him. Really good defense. And was an absolute no-show for the last 6 to 7 weeks of the season, maybe a little bit longer than that, including the playoffs. He disappeared. Don't know what happened to him. Disappeared. Cup, I forget his first name, but that receiver they had, Cup, got hurt, and Jared Goff disappeared, fell off the face of the earth. They could have had me at quarterback for the Super Bowl for all the production they got. So yeah, he got to be average to me. If that's all the noise you can make in the Super Bowl, Flacco is now a Bronco. Man, I hate to do this. He still has a really good arm. We got some good weapons around him. But he's been injured. I think the last couple seasons he's gotten injured. And I'm going to say below average. I ain't going to give him bad because he still has the ability. Like with Eli, I don't think he even has the ability anymore. It's time to go. Flacco still has the ability. He still has the arm. It's just we'll see how he does. Like I said, we got some good weapons around him. Running back, offensive lines improved, receivers good. Drafted tight end. We all know how Flacco loves his tight end. So I don't know. We'll see. He has the ability. So that's why I'm just putting him below average. Has the ability, but he hasn't had the production. So below average. Old Carr. He's a Raider. Deshaun Watson. I'm going to give him average. Yeah, average. He's good. Probably has the best, in my opinion, the best receiver in the league in D-Hop. So a lot of times he can just throw it up and let that man go work. Yeah. Dog back to making noise. But I don't know. It's something I'm not convinced. I know his rookie year he exploded. He also had a lot of turnovers. Then he got hurt. But for right now, I'm going to give him average. He has all the abilities. Production's been there. I wish there was a group in between above average and average. I could always make a group, but I'm just leaving it how it is. I would put him in a group in between above average and average. But average is fine for now. Tom Brady, is this even a discussion? Man's 1,000 years old and still winning Super Bowls, and it's not like he's not a part of the wins. He's doing his part. Not much more needs to be said. Nick Foles. I definitely need to create a group in between above average and average because I think Nick Foles is right in between there. I'm going to give him above average, though, honestly. Above average, man. Has the ability to make all the throws. The man just wins. Plain and simple. Won a Super Bowl a couple years back. He just wins. Yeah, so you can't knock that, man, at all. Darnold. Haven't seen enough of this guy, so I can't put him in the average. I got to say below average. I'm sure he has all the tools to make every throw, but we just don't have enough footage of him doing more. So, and he's on a bad team. This year they got Le'Veon Bell. I'm not sure what the receivers are looking like. So I don't think it's safe to say he has all the weapons he might need. But having Le'Veon Bell, that's a good thing to have. So a good guy to have. So we'll see what he does with it. Russell Wilson is elite. Say what you want, hate all you want, whatever. Russell Wilson is a top tier quarterback in the NFL. You couldn't even. I think Doug Baldwin he's a very underrated receiver, but I think on a lot of teams he's a slot. He's not a premier number one guy, and so that's the weapons Russell Wilson was working with, and he still consistently has good games, takes care of the ball, mobile. He does it all. He does a lot. So Matt Stafford, above average. Matt Stafford probably has one of the stronger arms in the NFL. He's been nicked up. I think a report came out a few months back that he played the whole last season with some fractured ribs or fractured bones somewhere. So he played banged up all season. They haven't had much of a running game, but that's changing now because Kerryon Johnson is an animal. Offensive line's much improved. They did draft some receivers last year. He has decent weapons for sure. Yeah, they lost Golden Tate trade last year. But yeah, he has receivers, has the ability to make all the throws. He constantly or consistently puts up good numbers. So put Stafford above average. It doesn't translate in the wins losses, but it is what it is. It's not always going to be the case. Drew Brees, elite. I don't need to say much more. Guy always puts up 4,000, 5,000 yards. Nothing needs to be said. Super Bowl winner. Lamar Jackson is bad. Now, what you want me to do? The man, one, there's not enough footage of him, but two, the footage we have of him is he can run. We haven't seen this man, and I'm not knocking mobile quarterbacks because, as you see, I got Deshaun Watson up there, Russell Wilson up there. I'm not against mobile quarterbacks, and there's nothing wrong with being able to run as a quarterback. But, and you'll see when I put Cam up there, but he doesn't, his arm, we don't know. He's inaccurate. We got to see him have more 250, 300-yard passing games before we can put him high on a quarterback tier list. As a runner, though, top notch, quarterback, not so much. This man's a chief. I'm gonna put him above average. That was my bad. I'm not gonna put him in the. Actually, no, I ain't gonna hate. The man's good. He's good. I ain't gonna hate. Baker. I'm gonna say above average, man. I'm gonna say yeah, I'm gonna say above average, man. That man done restored life into Cleveland, man. Now he has Odell and Jarvis, so he has the weapons. We'll see if this holds up, if that position holds up, if he moves up, down, whatever. We'll see. But there's no excuses for him this year. I'm not saying he had excuses, but there's no excuse for him to not put up some great numbers. So we'll see. Got a good running back in Chubb. So we'll see. Cam is above average. Say what you want, inaccurate, whatever. One, they haven't had weapons outside of Greg Olsen. And Greg Olsen's been banged up the last few seasons. Christian McCaffrey, great running back, good release valve for Cam. And they forced the guy, and I don't know if y'all seen pictures of him, but McCaffrey's jacked now, so we'll see. But Cam hasn't had weapons, and he was playing with a bum shoulder all last season. They should have sat him down and gave him surgery early in the season so he'll be fresh this year. But he was dealing with bad shoulder all the way back in the offseason last offseason. So, and he still played most of the past season. So, healthy Cam is above average. Great runner. Kirk Cousins paid all that money, and he's average at best. He might be below average, honestly. I think he has the tools to make most throws, but he against good teams he folds like a cheap lawn chair. He folds, so he's average. I give him average because he has the tools. If there was a group between average and below average, he'd be in that one. Because I don't think he's as good as either one of Goff or Deshaun Watson, but whatever. Phillip Rivers, I hate this guy's guts, but I got to give credit where credit is due. Above average. Not going to put him in the elite because Phillip he'll give you the ball. He's cost them some games. A lot of games. He'll give you a interception or two or a fumble. He'll give you the ball. So I don't think he takes care of the ball as good as these guys up in the elite section. But he puts up a lot of the passing yards. Has a good receiver in Keenan Allen. Top 5 running back in Melvin Gordon. Trust me, I like Melvin Gordon, and he's a Charger, and that's hard for me to say. But I've had Melvin Gordon in fantasy for the last 3 years, and he always puts up numbers. Even hurt, he always puts up numbers. So, yeah, Phillip Rivers above average. If there was a group in between elite and above average, I'd put Phillip there, but that's good enough. Jimmy Garofalo, average. We don't have enough to go on to give him anything above average, honestly. And matter of fact, when he played last year before he got hurt, wasn't he like he's like almost 1 for 1 in touchdowns and interceptions? So he'll score a touchdown and give you an interception. Touchdown, interception. You can't someone that's like that, that's average. You can't give them higher than that. This guy, he has a strong arm, but we haven't. It seemed like he was more of a runner than a thrower. If I'm not mistaken, he had a lot of rushing yards and a lot of rushing touchdowns. Not for a quarterback, a lot. Yeah, below average, man. Jameis, and that's my FSU dog, but he's not good, man. I don't know, something about him. Matter of fact, I don't even know where he's playing right now. I don't think he plays for the Bucs anymore. I don't even know where he's playing right now, but nah. He had Deshaun Jackson, I know, on the back end of his career, still fast, and Vincent Jackson. Come on, man. You got to be better than what he was when he played with the Bucs. Got to. Mariota. Again, another one of those quarterbacks that he's more of a, like, he makes good throws, but I don't know, man. I don't think he consistently can lead. And Titans have had not so good weapons around them, so I'll give him that. I'll move him up. Because they haven't surrounded him with good weapons, and that's not his fault. Delaney Walker's good, but I think he got hurt last year, so you can't put that on the quarterback, and you lose your best weapon. So I give him average. Good runner. I give him average. Carson Wentz, above average. He has a good arm. I think his deep ball's not as good, but he takes care of the ball decently. He was the MVP before he got hurt a couple years back. Yeah, I'd say above average for Carson. How they gonna put? This is Kyler Murray, right? How they gonna put him in the thing? What? I got to give him bad because I have no clue. We don't know. We don't know how he's going to play in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers. I would say Tom Brady's the GOAT. That's no question. But Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league right now. The man can throw 60, 70 yards off his back, off the wrong foot, running sideways, twisting his body like this. Like, the man's arm is insane. Accurate, takes care of the ball. Has Devontae Adams, good weapon. Yeah. Not much needs to be said. Get Case Keenum down here. So disappointed. Man snapped off with Minnesota, then he comes to my Broncos and turns into a trash bag again. And a lot of it was coaching. A good bit of it was coaching. But still, he didn't. There was some throws he missed. That first Chiefs game, we should have won that if he'd hit DT. People say, oh, DT slowed up. No. That was on Keenum. Get him out of here. Rosen, below average. He was all right, I guess, but I would say he had Larry Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald's clearly on the back end of his career. I don't know how much more he got left in the tank, but he didn't have the weapons that you would want for a young quarterback, but still, got to give him below average of that. The numbers he put up, nah. Dak Prescott, average. He's good, has top 2 running back in the league, maybe top 2, 3 in Zeke. So he falls back heavily on the run game, and he's still, like, you know the teams are going to stack the box. They want to stop Zeke. So knowing that, you should be a lot better of a quarterback than what he is. I'm sure they added Cooper. Whatever, Cooper somehow became good again all of a sudden with them. But they're probably seeing a lot of single coverage and you know, because teams are stacking the box trying to stop Zeke. So Dak should be putting up better numbers than he does with that scenario in mind. Andy Dalton, you're terrible. You're bad. You have a top 5 receiver on your team. Your numbers should be better than what they are. You have a good running back. Numbers should be better. Big Ben. Now, Big Ben will give you one, too. He'll give you a turnover, fumble, interception. He'll give you a couple of them. Ask the Jaguars. He'll give you a few of them. But at the same time, he puts up numbers, man. A lot of numbers. High numbers. So you got to put him in the above average. We'll see how he does without AB this year. They still have Juju. Juju was good, but he was also facing a lot of single coverage because teams were bracketing and shadowing AB. So we'll see how he does this year without that good of a receiver at his arsenal. And, yeah, man, we're going to rock out like that. So this is the list. Let me know what you guys think. You agree, disagree, where you agree with, you know, and we can discuss it, man. We can discuss it. But I feel like this is the list, man. This is the list. Yeah, those guys that are in the elite. Come on, man. That's 1 through 5 right there. 1 through 5 right there. Yeah, and you can round out the rest of the list however you want. But yeah, man. So let me know what you guys think. Hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm out, man. To the next one. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Like and subscribe. Do it now. Hurry!